So at this moment, I would rather have sunglasses than clothes.
Hey!
Whoa, those are birds.
Those are birds.
Learn something new every day. Frog legs a la française. You know, it's not the coldest I've walked through. It's not the warmest I've walked through. Oh, I look really horrible. Good morning. Welcome to day 3 of our Clear Lake vacation. I'm gonna do my cooking today. This should be really fun. But we're just gonna chill out. Everybody's sleeping in. I have to say, sharing my half of the bed with Sir Kix-a-Lot did not make for the best night's sleep. But we're really enjoying ourselves otherwise. And just looking forward to another nice day. Nathan is left without us. He's obviously very comfortable. What are we gonna do first? What are we gonna do first today? This.
Yeah, you should zoom in on this just to
Oh, yeah, this is great. All right.
Yeah, just to be clear, this right here means that I'm the chosen one. So if you, before you ask or you see something funny on my forehead, you'll know that
you're not as good as he is. He's been chosen. So this is Riser Room, and I'm not quite sure what that means. But what did you say? He started saying, Ryer the Kaiser. So I'm looking at some of the historic things about Clear Lake, and we can recognize some spaces. They have badminton now, which you kind of see here. Gotta love those bathing suits. Oh wait, that's what mine looks like. Water skiing. And then right here, this is where the pool is now. We can totally recognize that. But this is what Andrew, thought of that it would be like. And so it's a little different now that so much of California is developed. Sorry, there's a little bit of lighting. Yeah, we want to go upstairs. There's an upstairs area. A cool, trendy place to go. Catching fish. We've been told you can't eat the fish now. There's some sort of mine nearby. There's too much mercury. Look at this trendy lady wearing pants. Oh. And a deer.
Happy holidays.
Pretty neat. Wow. Oh, this is the view I just saw on that picture. Okay, I'm looking over the top. Those naughty ladies in those pictures were wearing pants. We'll have to tell Mr. Duggar. All right, I give our attention span for this game about 20 minutes. What are we playing, Nathan?
not really an idiot.
You just say dumb stuff. What'd you say about the sunglasses?
Well, I didn't think that it would be sunny in California, so I didn't think to bring sunglasses. But it's been nothing but blue skies the whole time. I haven't seen a single cloud hardly. And I can't play badminton because it's just so bright.
So what did you,
So at this moment, I would rather have sunglasses than clothes.
So, I was just getting us a cup of coffee. And I realized the most brilliant thing. I'm always trying to figure out what to mix Nathan's Miralax with. Pediasure works really well. They've got like Scandy shakes, and I never think to put them in the bag, or they're liquid and you can't carry them, or you need milk to make, no. Anyway, rocket science. Swiss Miss. Because he really just wants something chocolate flavored or strawberry flavored. He doesn't like the caramel flavored Scandy shakes. And so I'm gonna get a box of cocoa mix and I'm gonna keep it in our travel bag. Learn something new every day.
Can we not worry about the points?
Badminton lasted about 5 minutes before we realized the sun was in our face. We're gonna try our hand at ping pong. How long do you think we're gonna play, Nathan?
Like 1,000.
Oh, that was a fall.
It's like a Forrest Gump ping pong. This is awesome. This is so awesome.
Go.
Yes!
You don't get any points.
Do you feel good about yourself?
Quite.
Hey!
Oh.
Whoa, those are birds.
Those are birds.
Where are we going?
To the fire station over there, and I see our old fire station.
Sweet. Is Daddy gonna come with us? Daddy's gonna do fire station stuff with us? Yeah, we were gonna come in and say hi. 1928. Wooden ladders, Nathan. He said they have wagon wheels and it's chain driven.
Yeah.
Are you videoing?
I am. Grandpa Jay is gonna want to see this. He's gonna think it's cool.
Oh.
Hi. We're visiting your station. Thanks for letting us come in and make ourselves at home.
Actually, you notice that there's like a wagon thing.
We talked about that, Nathan. What do they use for the chemical pump?
A fizzy.
A fizzy, right? Is that roughly a good child? What did you get at the store, Nathan?
Not cheesy poofs. That's what I like to call them. They're big, they're little balls with cheese on them.
You gotta keep the ducks out.
Yeah, the ducks make me mad when they go.
Going to the pool, we're going to the pool. Here we go. What is the, oh, you know. Oh my goodness, it's kind of dark out. Are you afraid?
No, I'm not.
Did we bring a key card?
No.
3, 1, 2, 3. Right into there.
I can do my morning reading tour.
Shh, it's very sneaky. Do not tell anyone. I'm cold already. Some Alaskan I am, and I'm like a tough Alaskan. I'm just a big old sissy whiny bag right now.
Can I see?
So this is a little pumpy thing?
What does it do?
It pumps up the boat. Pump up the boat.
Oh.
Pump up the boat, pump it up, pump it up. Oh, I just pump up the jam. I just aged
Does
myself.
it float?
You just aged yourself.
Can I see? Can I see that? Daddy, don't throw that.
That'd be the only thing that didn't go wrong on this vacation so far. You try to warm yourself up.
No, I'm warming you up. I'm just right here naked. Sorry.
It's making me cold. Propel yourself forward. There you go.
He's still got his arm floaties on, though.
I know, but they're not supporting him very much. These ones are not very good.
So I think that's better for him, though.
Yeah.
Well, I like these because they help me a little bit.
A little bit, that's
Right.
right. Whew. You know, it's not the coldest I've walked through. Whew. It's not the warmest I've walked through. Oh, I look really horrible. Like I'm gonna die or something.
What?
It's 60 degrees.
It's a little cold. I don't think it's 60. I think like maps, that thermometer lies. All right, you're gonna have to forgive me for being post swimming pool. We've been having a really good time. So I've been looking forward to cooking at this resort since we started planning our vacation. Part of what makes it a challenge is that you don't have all of your herbs and spices that you have at home, and if you're like us and you're on a budget, you're not gonna just go buy another vial of, you know, oregano or another vial of garlic, another vial of, you know, so we have salt and pepper. So part of the challenge in coming up with a meal when staying at the resort was that the flavors that are in the dish need to come from the ingredients in the dish. And so I wasn't really sure what kind of dish I was going to make. I wanted to come down and find out what kind of local ingredients they have that we don't have at home. As you've heard us talk over the last couple of days, really excited. I found frog legs, and I've never had frog legs. I feel like they're just a white meat. And so that was immediately what I wanted to use for our special dish for the weekend. And I've collected a few other ingredients to go with it. It's going to be kind of a French-style dish, but like I said, because I don't have a whole range of herbs and spices that I might have at home, I need to bring in fresh ingredients that I can use. Also, other things like you would bread it with flour. Well, I don't want to buy a pound of flour because I'm not going to, what am I going to do? Take it home? I'm trying not to be wasteful about what I'm buying. So it was an intriguing process to try to come up with a way to make a whole dish that was not wasteful and also was from scratch, but was whole ingredients and flavors that I needed without having to buy these, you know, giant vials, you know, containers of seasoning. So let's see how it goes. Frog legs a la française. All right, so like I said, here's the frog legs. Super cheap. You pay about $1 a frog, or a half a frog, I guess it would be, 2 legs. I got, so geez, where to start? So I wanted to make some sort of, so I wanted to bread them. That was a huge conundrum as to how to bread them. I usually do flour and panko. If I bought eggs, I'd have to buy a whole case of eggs. What am I going to do with all of them? So I decided that I would go with a heavy cream, and cornstarch makes a nice solid coating on meat. And I'm going to take the loaf of bread that we got and make breadcrumbs. So we're going to have a cornstarch breadcrumb breading using the half and half. I had like some other ideas in mind using sour cream and cornbread mix, like we had done with Dueling Doolies. The cornbread mix would have worked great, except it was really southern, and everything else that I wanted to do was very French. So what I'm wanting to do is make a cream sauce with lemon and garlic for these really neat pasta that I found. Just something colorful and unique that we don't normally get. Parsley is a great thing to go with that. For vegetable, I picked Brussels sprouts. There's just a few things for Nathan and I to make a meal. Capers to really kind of round it out with some tang. I just realized that it would have done really well with some Parmesan cheese. That would have been a fantastic topper. The last ingredient, kind of a special thing, is this cheap caviar. It was like $3. I've never had caviar. I'm sure that $3 caviar is the way to go for trying it, but I thought it might be an interesting way to round out the meal. As I talked about with our herbs and spices, they have this, you know, generic salt and pepper. They give you chili flakes, cinnamon, onion, minced onion, parsley, garlic, Italian seasoning. So that's where this idea of trying to have whole flavors but not have to buy this giant bulky thing that you have at home, or trying to bring all of your own ingredients from home. You can't bring your spice cabinet from home. So that's what this is about. This is about trying to make a whole dish with good flavors from scratch. I'm not going to use a microwave and not be wasteful about it. So let's see if it turns out well. All right, so I'm not going to lie, I don't really know what I'm doing. I toasted some bread to get it crispy. I'm going to mash it with this whisk. I have frog legs soaking in milk, not milk, half and half, and we'll see if we can get some breadcrumbs for our frog legs. Blender would be the way to do this, but I don't have a blender. That's what this is all about, so I'm breaking it up. All right, boiling water for my pasta. Getting some garlic going on medium heat. I'm going to sizzle that to go with the butter. And I said that I had wished that I had some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to actually sneak some of the provolone that Andrew bought for the burgers or something. Give a little bit of cheese factor in there. And I don't have any flour to make a roux. I'm not sure if I'm going to use cornstarch. That's a little different. Or if it'll just maybe be a sauce, or maybe I'll let it simmer. Breadcrumbs could work as well to thicken it. So we're going to kind of see how that works out. That's where we're at. All right. Just realized I didn't season them. It's alright, we'll deal with that in a minute. Here's what the breading looks like. It's kind of chunky and thick. That's what we got. I think it's working out. Alright, having never cooked frog legs, I'm thinking when it starts pulling away from the bone, I'm probably doing alright. So we're going to put the next one in and we'll keep moving on our dinner. Sauce, noodles, Brussels sprouts, toppings, toast. Jeez, we're not done yet. Alright, I think this worked out pretty well. The frog legs are they're just, getting them on the plate was really tough. The meat wants to fall off the bones. We have our pasta. On it, we have the white sauce. The white sauce got a little chunky because of the cheese that was in it, so I have to say that presentation-wise, maybe not so great. The tomatoes should be still firm enough, but warm, and they should pop when you eat them. Parsley and some capers on the top to give some sourness, because everything else is really rather rich. Brussels sprouts, some lemon, sort of for the pasta, but also for the frog legs. And I have more sauce if it's desired. We'll have to see how it tastes. What? Taste the breading.
I'm not going to eat that.
Why not? It's just meat. It's no different than chicken. Chicken's just the same color. It's just shaped different.
Except that's like muscle.
That's what chicken is.
There's blood things in there.
Well, then don't eat the vein. Just eat the meat. There's the breading. It's not.
Doesn't have any flavor.
I would agree. Maybe you need some more salt. Take your Z's. So it looks different. It looks different than normal.
It's weird looking.
That's the breading.
I don't like that.
You haven't tried it. Try it. That's all I ask.
I'm not
You don't want that one? You want to eat the bigger piece?
Slimy.
Well, it's been fried in butter. Of course it's slimy. Pull the piece off. I'm doing it too. Well, because I'm eating with my fingers because I'm holding. You can make him walk.
Yeah.
Pull a piece off. How does it taste?
It doesn't taste like anything.
Okay, so it's not bad. It's not weird. It's not nasty. Does it need some salt?
Sometimes things that don't look good, if things that look yucky, I don't like to eat.
But it doesn't taste bad.
Not my favorite.
All right, well, let's get some salt for it. Hang on just a second, okay? All right, obviously you're going to like the garlic bread. This is the cream sauce. Stop shaking the table, please. Nathan, 4 on the floor. Thank you. This is the cream sauce that I made to go with the pasta. Do you want to try dipping the frog meat in the cream sauce and see if it tastes any more interesting? No? Okay. Well, you know what? Thank you for trying frog meat.
I did that in it.
You can totally dip that in there. What about somebody else who's trying frog meat for the first time? What would you tell them? Is it nasty?
I'm not talking about it has no flavor.
Okay.
Not with it.
So is it like, is it something you'd like, should terribly avoid?
No.
No? It's just sort of not
Does
interesting.
it look yucky? But you are able to eat them. I just don't like to eat.
All right. Did you try your pasta? It has this sauce on it. These are noodles. These are skinny little noodles.
What?
And parsley. Parsley is just a leafy green. This kid ate shark meat like it was no big deal.
Ow.
All right.
That is good.
There's lemon there if you want to squeeze it on stuff. How about your Brussels sprouts?
These.
Yep. They're like little mini cabbages.
Wow.
Pepper.
Spicy.
It's pepper. There's
Super spicy.
too much pepper. All
I
right.
don't like it.
All right.
Why one of those less paper?
All
I
right.
said paper.
Well, thank you very much for trying something new. Do you think that you would try frog legs again if I cooked them differently? No?
I don't think I would. It's like just below the law that I would not eat them again. Even though I do kind of like them.
Even though I do kind of like them. You all heard it. That's what he said. I've been working really hard to find a time to have this conversation. We're on vacation. We're doing a lot of really great things. As you probably know by now, a lot of things are not going as planned. We didn't hit the redwoods when we thought we would. We didn't check in until 10 p.m. on our first night. There was no swimming. There was, fine. One of the things that we've been really looking forward to was meeting our Facebook friend, a fellow CFer named Matt DeFina. And Matt is much older than Nathan. He's further along in this story and has actually had a double lung transplant. So we were going to be really excited to meet him, hear a little bit of his story. And for those of you who don't know, the CF world is quite isolated, unlike a lot of other diseases where, the cancer kids can all go to camp together, or all the arthritis kids go to camp together. The CF kids can't hang out because they grow bacteria in their lungs that can make their other friends sick, their other CF friends sick. And also on top of that, and more particular, they may grow bacteria that is antibiotic resistant that the other friend doesn't have, and then the antibiotics to fight the bacteria that they do grow will no longer be good. So the kids are actually literally not allowed to be together. They have to wear a mask in a hospital to protect from germs from each other. They schedule CF clinic appointments so that the older kids who have bacteria come in after the little kids who don't have any. It is a huge deal. Everybody puts on full suits so they don't share bacteria with anybody or any. It's a huge deal. So the prospect of meeting someone who had a lung transplant, the theory is they aren't going to grow any bacteria in their new lungs because their new lungs don't carry CF, which is sticky and grows bacteria. So they wouldn't carry bacteria that would make Nathan sick as the younger person. However, Nathan grows a particular strain of bacteria that as a person with a recent lung transplant, was not recent, it's been some years, but he's still susceptible to that other type of bacteria. And so we've been really looking forward to having a chance to meet with this distant friend of ours to just share hey, there's a reason to keep up on your treatments and go shoot for your dreams, and it's going to be okay. And it was important to be honest in my conversation and to share what Nathan did and didn't grow in his cultures. And it was really important that he was honest and said, I can't be around that he was still susceptible to that, even with lungs that are not CF lungs. And it was also interesting to find out how hard people with lung transplants work to take care of their new lungs. It's no joke about needing to be sick enough to need new lungs, but also being well enough, because the upkeep for new lungs is as much or even more than the upkeep on old lungs. Anyway, long story short, I'm a little my emotions are a little dashed about the prospect of getting to meet this friend of ours. I'm saddened for them both. Nathan's doing okay. He's not sick from the bacteria that he grows, but it reminds me that we are only at the beginning, and they can change. And that even in a place that Matt is at, it's still a huge deal. It sucks. And so we are sort of getting together. I think we're going to bump elbows and give him a credit card number and support him 100%. The Defina wine sellers, you know, if you want to buy some quality wine from another CFer or from just somebody who has quality wine, Defina, Defina. But to not really be able to get together and chat like we had hoped, it's saddening. But I'm glad for the honesty that we shared. So many things about this vacation are not exactly what we had expected, and CF will always find a way to rear its ugly head, and you just have to be creative. Can't say there's not much you can do about it. I can't say it's going to ruin everything, but so that's where we're at. Sunday, we'll have a very brief meeting, probably with Nathan at a distance. We'll say hi to Matt, even myself. I'll be very careful about my interactions with him. I respect 100% the challenges that he has about having a new lease on life, but having to take it so very seriously. And I'm glad that we both respect that, and we shared information that it just sucked, because we'd rather just be buddies and have coffee together, and we can't do that. I can't do that with him. My son can't do that with him. My son can't play with his daughter because she might get his germs. I mean, it's just... the beast is rising. And he really sucks.